All right, so our next this in job order costing, what do we exactly do in job order costing, or what is our job order cost procedure? Here you will see that the first thing which we have I have noted over here is that it keeps the cost of various jobs separate during their manufacture. Let's say हमारे पास 10 different jobs आई हुई हैं, तो in job order cost procedure we keep the separate job, we keep the cost of each job separately ड्यूरिंग देयर मैन्युफैक्चर. सारी कॉस्ट हम अक्यूमुलेट करके एक ही जगह रिकॉर्ड नहीं करेंगे. हर जॉब की अलग रिकॉर्डिंग होती है, हर जॉब को अलग रिकॉर्ड किया जाता है. अगर हमारे पास 10 डिफरेंट जॉब्स हैं तो हम 10 डिफरेंट जॉब्स की एलोकेशन कॉस्ट ही अलग अलग होगी. Next, it shows the record of each cost involved in the job or the contract. जो जो डिफरेंट कॉस्ट उसमें इन्वॉल्व हैं उसका जो रिकॉर्ड है वो जो जो कॉस्ट उस पर्टिकुलर जॉब में या उस पर्टिकुलर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में इन्वॉल्व हैं उनका रिकॉर्ड रखा जाता है उस पर्टिकुलर जॉब में. नेक्स्ट हम लोग आते हैं अपने ये रिकॉर्ड कहाँ रखा जाता है. दिस रिकॉर्ड इज केप्ट इन व्हाट वी कॉल जॉब ऑर्डर कॉस्ट शीट. सो जॉब ऑर्डर कॉस्ट शीट एंड ऑल द data related to that particular job, all the cost related to that particular job, all details related to that particular job is recorded is under what known as job order cost sheet. The format of job order cost sheet, the basic format, we'll look into our next slide. But before that, let's just see what is written over here. It says the cost of each order produced for a given customer is recorded on a summary sheet called a job order cost sheet. That is exactly what I just said. जो भी cost, जो भी order हम बना रहे हैं उसकी जो cost involved है कस्टमर के लिए वो हम रिकॉर्ड करते हैं एक शीट में, एक समरी शीट में जिसको हम कहते हैं जॉब ऑर्डर कॉस्ट शीट. तो जॉब ऑर्डर कॉस्ट शीट में आता क्या है, एज इट सेज ओवर हियर, इट कलेक्ट्स द कॉस्ट ऑफ मटेरियल्स, लेबर एंड फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड एप्लीकेबल टू ए स्पेसिफिक जॉब. तो जॉब ऑर्डर कॉस्ट शीट में बेसिकली जो भी मटेरियल, लेबर और फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड से रिलेटेड कॉस्ट आती हैं उस पर्टिकुलर जॉब से रिलेटेड वो हम रिकॉर्ड करते हैं. तो उस पर्टिकुलर जॉब से रिलेटेड कॉस्ट जिसमें हमारी मटेरियल कॉस्ट भी है, लेबर कॉस्ट भी है, फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड कॉस्ट भी है, वो सारी हम रिकॉर्ड करते हैं कहाँ, जॉब ऑर्डर कॉस्ट शीट में. सो नाउ लेट्स लुक इनटू द actual format of job order cost sheet, the basic format of job order cost sheet. As you look over here, I'll quickly highlight this data which is given over here. That this is a typical job order cost sheet will be as follows. Here on the top you can see we have सबसे पहले ऊपर we have the name of the Parco job cost sheet. PRCO कंपनीज जॉब कॉस्ट शीट, उसका कंपनी का नाम है जिसके लिए हम जॉब ऑर्डर कॉस्ट शीट बना रहे हैं. ओके, जॉब नंबर इज व्हाट, हमने एक रेफरेंस नंबर दे दिया है, एक रेफरेंस नंबर दे दिया है कि ये हमारा जॉब रेफरेंस नंबर है विच इज A143. कुछ भी हो सकता है, एनीथिंग यू कैन मेक इज अ रेफरेंस नंबर विच वी हैव गिवन टू दैट पर्टिकुलर जॉब. Date initiated, this is the date on which you have started working on that job, and date completed is the exactly the date on which you have completed that job. Date initiated is the date when you have started working on that job, and date completed is the date on which you have completed. How many units you have completed? The number of units which we have completed are 2. डिपार्टमेंट कौन सा है, डिपार्टमेंट का नाम आ गया B3, देन यू हैव द डिपार्टमेंट नेम विच इज B3. Similarly, the name of the item which you are preparing, the job which you are preparing, the product that you are preparing, wooden cargo crates. So this is the basic headings which we will have, where we have the job reference number, when the job was started, when it was completed, how many units were completed, what was the department name, and what was the product which you have produced. The middle portion of our job order cost sheet involves the 3 different costs, namely direct material cost, direct labor cost, and factory overhead cost. In direct material, we have two sub-columns. Required number is the number of the material, is the material number which you need to make that product, X7-6890. And the amount which will incur, this is the direct, what is this, $116? $116 is not your direct material purchases. $116 is your direct material consumed or used. So 116 is your direct material consumed or direct material used. Then we have direct labor. Direct labor is what? Direct labor is basically the persons who are directly working on that job. So it's an 8-hour job altogether, and you have paid you're paying $15 per hour. So in total we are incurring a direct labor cost of 120. Then factory overhead, again you will be employing 8 hours in your factory overhead cost, and for one factory overhead cost the rate is per hour will be $4. Hence the factory overhead cost which will incur in this particular job will be $32. So we have direct material consumed, which is 116. We have direct labor cost, which has incurred 120 based on your number of hours and based on your rate per hour. And then we have factory overhead, that is $32 based on your number of hours and based on your rate per hour. So these are the three things with three costs which have incurred, which we include in our job order cost sheet. Then the bottom part, the last part, is related to the cost summary. Now what is cost summary? In cost summary we write the total cost of this job and the per unit cost of this job. So as you can see, we have taken direct material from up here 116. We have taken direct labor from this up here 120. Then we have taken the factory overhead 32 from up here, it is 32. So adding all these three costs will give us the total cost of making that product, or sorry, of completing that job. So 268 is the total cost of making that job. We divide it by the number of units which we have completed. The total cost is 268, but how many units have we produced? As you can see on the top portion, we have completed 2 units. So how much is the cost of making 1 unit? 268 divided by 2 will give us the unit product cost. 134 is the unit product cost of each unit produced. Thank you.